Welcome to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. It's evening time, just I think an hour before they're going to close the gates of the church. And here I am again. I didn't visit the church for I think 2 weeks, and you know that it's a little bit difficult for me. What you can see here is the new tiles, at least around the tomb of Jesus, and I know, so curious to see what's happening there. The facade is, let's say, end of the 11th century, built by mostly by the Crusaders. The church from the Crusader time is not as big as it used to be at the 4th century, but it's still a massive and important place. If you're talking about the Via Dolorosa, that is the stairs for the 10th century when they stripped him from his clothes. The church is very dark, but it actually gives us a little bit of different vibes, and it's so important for me that you will see that. The entrances to the Ethiopian church is already closed, and I'm sure that we're going to see a few disciples, but as you can see, not a lot. Let's climb up to the Golgotha. Let's start the tour together. In my hands you can see the Jerusalem cross, and that one was bought by a lady that asked to be anonymous. As you know, it's wartime, and for the last 2 years I'm not working, and I think what she decided to do is to support me with that. But I will send it to you. Of course, I'm calling her Mary, but that's because it's anonymous, and I love Mary. There are two chapels here. The right one in front of you is the Catholic one. The left one is the Greek Orthodox, and this is the uniqueness of that church. I know about two important churches with the same story. The Nativity Church and the Church of the Holy Sepulchre is owned by Orthodox, Catholic, and Armenian, and we are in the Catholic part. The window that you see there is it used to be a door to the same chapel that we saw, the 10th Station of the Cross, where they stripped him from his clothes. In front of you is where they nail him to the cross. And the altar is from the Medici family from Italy, and they took it back, I think, to Florence a year ago to renovate it, and now it's back here. To the left you will see Mary, the mother, with a spear in her heart. Mary holding the dead body of her son. And it's a sad story. Mary knew from day one that Jesus will die, and she will be alive, and she will see it. As a mother for only one child, you can understand the difficulties of it. I love the time of the day. It's so quiet here. Mystery, holy, everything that you can ask for. Then let's go to the tomb. To the crucifixion place. But here you can see the 10 Station of the Cross, and that's where they nail him to the cross. And let's bless your cross. I'm calling you Mary. You told me that you want to pay for the shipping and for the cross itself. I'm so happy that you actually want to do that, but you must understand that when you bought it, it includes the shipping and includes the cross as well. Then thank you for doing it. And if you want to have your own cross, we will talk about it later on. Mary with a spear in the heart. Mary is visiting the Jewish temple. And Saint Simon told her, Mary, your son will die in front of your eyes. It will be like a spear entering to your heart. Let's bless it. This is where they crucified Jesus. Actually, it's behind it, but here I can touch the bedrock. And energy is now on that cross. This is the crucifixion. You can see John. Jesus is on the cross. Mary is at the other side. And while Jesus was on the cross, he asked John to take care of his mother. Above Jesus, you can see 4 letters in 3 languages. Jesus from Nazareth, King of the Jews. This is the sin list of his. And the Golgotha is right here. You can see the bedrock. Now, what a menorah is doing here. A menorah is a symbol for the Jewish temple. Then what's happening here? Is that the Jewish temple? According to the Christians, yes, Jesus was God. Then in that case, menorah is part of his temple. And everything was moved to here. For example, the Jews believe that Abraham sacrificed Isaac at Mount Moriah, which is at now it's Al-Aqsa Mosque, but you can see here one chapel of it. That's of the Greek Orthodox. And you can see right here the sacrifice of Isaac. And there is a huge connection between that and Jesus, because Jesus is the Lamb. He actually came to sacrifice himself for us, for our sins. Why it's so dark here? Then we climbed up from the Catholic part, but we are leaving that area from the Greek Orthodox chapel. Then we just left the Golgotha. And it's a beautiful mosaic wall that describes the most important thing that happened here, crucifixion. And you can see that the city was outside the walls. And then, next, is they purified the body of Jesus like every Jew until today in Israel, and the burial site. But before we will enter there, let me show you something that I'm usually doing it only at the end of the tour. But you can see here a creek. This is the lower part of the Golgotha, of the Calvary, and you can see the creek that happened. Remember when Jesus died, everything actually was shaking, the earth was shaking, and blood tears fell into those creeks, and people resurrected. The Bible never mentioned the names of it, but according to the Greek Orthodox, or according to the Orthodox churches, one of them was King David, King Solomon. And what about Adam? And from Adam and Eve. Then according to tradition, that was the tomb of Adam. But according to history, right here, there were 4 tombs, of Crusader kings. It's gone now. I'm not going into politics, but you must understand that there's a lot of tension between the Greek Orthodox, the Catholic, and the Armenians until today. You can see that stone is shining. This is where they purified Jesus. And the oil, the anointing oil is still here. And I'm covering your cross, Mary. And before, oh, the smell is amazing. And before you will ask me, how should you get the Jerusalem cross, which is unique, but there are so many other Christian items, it's not a problem. Click on the text beneath the video and you will find the link of Buy Me a Coffee. Click on it and you will understand that you can buy whatever you want. I will bless it in Jerusalem and I will send it to you. Then the cross will be at Mary's house in America. And of course I will upload the video. That's how you actually can see it. This is an Armenian chapel. And according to the Armenians, the women looked from here at the crucifixion, which was right there. Now the tomb is supposed to be a rock-cut cave, just like the Bible mentioned, and the Bible and the book of John actually mentioned that the crucifixion place was part of the next to the garden of Joseph of Arimathea, who gave Jesus his own tomb. Then this is a rock-cut cave, but what you're going to see now is a structure that's been destroyed a few times and renovated lately. Then they already finished covering that part with the stones that you saw, but then they cover it with wood. I don't know why. And they moved to the other side. The tomb is divided into two. The first chapel is the angel chapel, who took care that no one will I'm going to there. It's closed. Ah, then there. That priest asked me not to take a video there. Then at least you saw the tomb. The tomb is divided into two. The first chapel is the angel chapel. The second chapel is the tomb of Jesus, which is empty, as you know. And I'm gonna bless your cross, Mary, later on. The tomb of Jesus, when Jesus came to here according to tradition, because the Bible never mentioned it, he had to wait to his turn. You know, the Romans crucified others as well, and remember, he was crucified with another tomb. Then according to tradition, this is how he was set on the prison until he was crucified. You can see the two holes, and you can see the image that actually describe you how it actually used to be, and that was the Roman way to do that at that time. Mm-hmm. There are only a few people here, isn't it? I can hear that someone is praying at the Armenian chapel. Is that connected to the ceremony that I'm gonna be? No, it's not. It's not. I'm gonna be in a special ceremony, Mary, together with your cross. I'm not sure that I will show the cross there because it's Armenian, but it's going to be on my bag. And according to the Armenian, today it's the Assumption Day of Mary. I love that smell here. I will let that guy pray, and I will go straight to the place that St. Helen found the true cross. Now, this is a Greek Armenian chapel, but we are heading to a Catholic chapel. The only two statues that you actually saw in the church, and one of them is Mary with a spear in her heart. The other one is about St. Helen that find here the cross. She actually found 3 crosses. Let him pray. She found 3 crosses, and she took a sick woman, and 3 crosses touched her body. And you know that when she touched the true cross of Jesus, she actually resurrected. Now let's start with it. First of all, it was part of King Herod's place. Let me just bless your cross, Mary. On the exact spot of the true cross, that's where she found it. But I want you to see that it used to be, and I know that it's dark and difficult to see now, a quarry. It might be, it was a quarry at the time of King Herod, and when he died, you know what's happened, it stopped. No one got paid, and they actually left that place. People started to use it as a tomb cemetery area. And the Romans took that place for themselves, and that's where they crucified Jesus. But there are 2 tombs of Jesus in Jerusalem. One is the Garden Tomb outside Damascus Gate, and this is the other one. One of the reasons that there is another one is that people believe that the church was outside the gate. Then in that case, this is a quarry. A quarry was always outside the city. Then in that matter, it actually tells us that that church used to be outside the city. Although it's difficult to see, I don't want to disturb her. They cover it, I don't know when, maybe the 4th century, when they built the church. They cover it with a plaster, and you can see a little bit of plaster here, right here. And they use it as a water system, right here. You can see the bucket holes. Why I'm saying the 4th century, because you cannot see it, but let me try to see if you will be able to see a little bit of it. Let me use the flashlight. There's kind of a fresco of the crucifixion of Jesus. Then it's quite an ancient one, and I believe that it used to be a water system. Just like there are a few like that next to it. But when they built a church, they used that place as the True Cross chapel. Then, but I'm not sure. There are so many question marks about everything here. The Armenians. This is their chapel, and the Armenians were the first nation that converted to Christianity. Ta-da-dam! Yeah, I know, for some of you it's a huge surprise, but as a nation they converted at 301 into Christianity. Let us climb those stairs. And soon you will see that you know almost not all, you will know all the best on the important side on their church. Did you already subscribe to my channel? If yes, please write it down. Send me a comment. You can actually send me a comment about everything, but I will be more than happy to know that you're part of my family. You can see part of the Golgotha right here. And let me go out to see if they lit it, the facade. I can hear Armenians. No, it's Greek Orthodox. Let me go backward. I know, it looks simple. He is not, because he's got the keys to the church. And he is going to close the doors of the church at 9 p.m., 21 hours. Maybe I will be here. Who knows? Usually there are hundreds of people actually coming to watch it. Now, funny to say, who owns the keys of the church? Catholic? Orthodox? Armenians? No. Two Muslim families. They've got the keys to the church. Why? Because no Christian trusts the other. Problems. Remember problems? I don't know if you can see. The videos is, yeah, you can see the ladder there. The two stories belongs to the Greek, the Armenians. But what about the rest? And this is the story. They took the ladder outside because they wanted to clean the windows from the outside side. They did it, but then the Greek Orthodox came to them and say, hey, who told you that the facade of the church belongs to you? The facade of the church belongs to everyone. Until they figure out who owns it, it's there. You can see the Redeemer Tower, the Lutheran Church, and next to it is the minaret of the Mosque of El Omar. And that's the end, my friends. This is the end of that lovely, 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 lovely video of you, Mary, which is not Mary, but I love Mary. Then thank you very much for helping me. It makes me quite happy because this is the only income of mine. Then please help me with that. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.